Well, welcome back. It's now episode 2 of the DIY Respray. So I've done a bit, made a bit of progress, so I'll show you that in a second. It's starting to ship now, so I'll go through a few more bits in a minute. I'm not sure if you remembered last episode, if you watched it, that we had, it sprayed different to what I expected. So I've never actually sprayed 2K solid in terms of full panels. I've done lots of suspension, all different components like that before, but not done the entire respray bit. The only entire respray I've done so far is my Mark II Golf, and that was a clear over base setup. So not actually used to 2K, like clear, solid on a full panel. So it's a bit different. Especially when I done the Golf, I used a product called Liquid Glass, which was different to use. So I sort of jumped straight into that, whereas that would only be a bit odd when a professional would jump in to use that. It'd be like, this is different to usual because it's a bit of an odd product. So I think I was kind of working based on what I'd previously used, and actually it was a bit off. So what I did prior, when I'd done the Golf, was I warmed up the clear coat, because it's such a high solid content clear, and it was also wintry time. Freaking lighting, got some crap on my camera. So I thought I'd do that, which did work, and it helped quite a lot, and it went absolutely fine, and the Golf finish come out really good, which is ideal. But this kind of, along with a few other things, screwed me over on this occasion. So let's have a quick look a minute and see what went wrong. So let's just start off with what I had when I'd done a Golf, which was this Liquid Glass 2K clear coat. Now with this here, you just get a hardener. It's got a universal hardener for all the Liquid Glass products. And then when you buy the actual clear coat, you choose between extra fast, or standard, which is fine. So I chose standard. Ideal. It was also a bit wintry, so standard because that's what's best suited for respray, or when you're doing large areas, because you want to better keep that wet edge. Like say you're doing a roof, you don't want to do half it, go to the other side, and then realise the other side's already started curing, and then you can't. It's not going to blend in. You need time for it to flow, settle, and sort of merge together. If that makes sense. So perfect. Coming on to this. I naively decided to pre-warm the paint a bit. I thought it would help it flow a bit better, which in the Liquid Glass it did when it was colder. But at the same time, obviously, that's going to make it cure quicker. So on one hand, you could have less chance of runs. On the other hand, you could have it curing too quickly. Coupled with the fact it's fast thinner and fast hardener, meant it was just drying too quick. So, although it's come out fairly well, it's got a bit too much orange peel. So I'll show you in a minute. Which is fine, because that'll just either wet sand or just polish out. It's still soft. Could do that. But worst of all, what happened from that is because it wasn't going on right, I actually loaded it on a bit more to try and get it to settle, which was probably... It helped keep the wet edge, but it's actually screwed me over in some ways as well. Just turn my torch on. There you go. So from distance, they look pretty fine. And overall, the finish on them is, not sure what you can see here. You can probably just about see the orange peel as I move it from the light. To be fair, it's actually orange peel wise, it's probably less than an OEM factory finish anyway. So it's still, in terms of all that, it's still good, which is ideal. Not a bad finish, really. But this is where I went wrong. So I loaded it on to get that nice smooth finish, which I can't really tell in this light, but right there, I screwed it, didn't I? Put it on too thick then, so it still didn't flat out and level out perfect, but it did run. So I've got to sort out some runs here, which is a pain. Did I get one on the other door or not, or was that all fine? I can't remember now. That might have been, oh no, there we go, yeah, little spot there. But again, the finish is, overall, yeah, you really can't tell off the camera. Let's try to go for. There you go, it's a bit better. So overall, we've got some orange peel, but nothing that won't polish and flat out to be in a mirror finish if we wanted it to. Not that these panels have been prepped to that kind of, perfect finish. It's a van, and it was never set up to be done to perfection. Just a nice finish, really. So today what I decided to do is not warm the paint. Obviously still kept with the fast hardener and fast thinners because that's all I've got at the minute. So we kept them. Thought, well, I'm only doing some panels in the booth, so which is kind of what fast is designed for. Fast is just, you know, do a panel as opposed to doing a large area. So providing a panel is not too big, you won't get that issue of it curing too quick and not settling out. So I kept with that because that will work. And to be fair, it has worked. If I used slow hardener, I bet I could have got a slightly even better finish, or normal hardener. But we haven't got too bad. So, under the bonnet is straight away for a DIY finish. So you get bits of dust in there and stuff. But for a DIY finish, I would say is pretty damn good. Nice. So I tried the wings, which overall was a fair success. But I think I was still trying too hard to get the same sort of golf finish, and so I plastered it on nicely to get the wet edge, and that then on this panel here bit me again. So I'm just going a bit too. So we did end up with a very nice finish throughout most of it. So that there is instantly again, orange peel wise, much better than standard finish there, which is kind of what I wanted. So very happy with that, but at the same time I've gone a bit too keen, and I got that run there. Not a big run, well it's a long big run, but it's not that deep. So hopefully that'll wet sand and polish out nicely. Bit more orange put on there where I didn't then go quite as heavy. Then around here we did end up with, yes, yeah, I've done the exact same there again. So I've got to work on that. But still, the overall finish is not too bad. So I've got to fix my mistakes on that, which will be another experience. And then I can start the other panels. So I think by the end of it, you know, we should be making a bit. Could be worse. Anyway, it's a DIY respray. It's kind of is what it is, you know. If it was perfect and I was a sprayer, well, that's kind of almost to be expected. But because I'm not a refinisher and I've never actually resprayed an entire car in 2K solid, it's all a learning experience. No one's perfect to start with, and I don't actually intend to be perfect. I just want to be adequate at it. So yeah, just still DIY job. Got them issues to fix. If I can sort of stop going too gun-ho at it with the next panels, take it back a smidge, expect the fact I'm probably going to get some orange peel because it's just the nature of a 2K solid paint, plus the environment, the equipment I'm using, and the lack of experience, I'm probably always going to get a bit of orange peel. Not an issue, because most paint jobs still tend to have orange peel. It's only if you sort of followed any kind of refinishing stuff on YouTube or anything, you'd only really find out that the perfect non-orange peel jobs are saved for good materials, a lot of prep work, and then even potentially more refinishing work afterwards. It's not like it's any old person can just spray perfect glass finish all the time on basic materials. It just doesn't happen like that. Even most cars now come out of the factory they're worse than what they were probably 20 years ago. 20 years ago, paint finish was much better. Nowadays, the paint finish out of modern cars is absolutely terrible. And there's none of it on the car anyway. But yeah, anyway, enough of the rambling. So I got a bit of fixing to do on these ones, which is a pain, but it is what it is. It's part of learning, isn't it? So hopefully, when I come on to do the next panels, which will be, with any luck, I'll be spraying some more Tuesday. Now it's a Sunday. I've got a day off work for birthday, so I was going to spray a bit then. If I get it right, then there'll be no runs, which there shouldn't be, because even on the Golf when I've done that, I only got one run out of doing a whole show, which I was pretty happy with. But different product, went on, applied completely different, just, yeah, I thought it was going to be the same. It's not. So, yeah, if you happen to have enjoyed following this content so far, and you want to see more, then why not subscribe to the channel? If you can see something obvious I've cocked up in, so that might help, or maybe just some, anything really, just drop a comment. Like the video if you do actually like it. Also dislike if you don't like it, but please don't. And then yeah, hopefully I'll see you again next time. Yeah, I've been Jordan. Bye.